Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's main event. We have Mayo Hosko coming at you at 60 frames per second, 4K resolution, no sugar, no filler, just real whole egg! Let's get ready to Lego!
Hello, it's me, Mayo Hosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel.
Mayo Hosko, it's your boy, JP.
Real whole egg. Everybody say real whole egg. Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
Real whole egg.
There we go. Capture that, Mayo. That's for you. That's for you.
Everyone say real whole egg at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Real whole egg.
Sweet. I'll cap that and then add it to the intro.
That's kind of fucked up though. It's a little off-centered.
Real whole
egg.
Eggs?
Oh, our timing was off, but
egg. Do we go
that's
slowly
okay.
or fast?
I think that was fine. Is that fine, or do you want to stick
Yes,
to it
because
slow?
I actually prefer it when people do it all out of sync because that makes it more authentic.
Yeah.
Everyone on the panel say it at the same time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What are we saying again?
Real whole egg.
Whole egg.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Real
Whole egg. Close enough.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, a little bit of no sugar, no filler, a whole lot of real whole egg coming up on these Fridays.
Hello, Miss Zambi here, saying real whole egg. Mayo Hosko channel. Go check it out.
Real whole egg. There we go. I don't know what else you want. Wait, why am I... Are you talking about like what goes well with Mayo? Also, how did you even come up with the name Mayo Hosko? Like, do you just love Mayo? I don't know.
Rolling into the chat, we got to give a shout out. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. Splat out. That's what I'm talking about. Mayo Hosko. Two whoop salute, Mayo. Welcome to the jankiness.
For Mayo Hosko, I give you a real whole egg. Wait, where did all these other eggs come from? What in the name of the Emperor is going on?
Everyone make sure to send in your videos of saying real whole egg, and I'll add you to the intro. Thank you. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 36 of Real Whole Egg. We are going to be comparing LEGO Dreams to LEGO Time Cruisers today. And let's also start simulcasting on Twitch. Because for those who don't know, we are now a simulcasted show over on Twitch. So if you are on your phone, but you want to use other apps in the background while you're watching Real Whole Egg, you can watch this stream on Twitch so that you don't have to interrupt listening to this live stream while you are using other apps. So consider watching this on Twitch if you are multitasking on your phone at the same time. We really need to boost our numbers over on Twitch because I need at least 3 viewers watching per stream to qualify for the ad revenue thing that they do over there. But we'll get into that later. So I hope everyone has had a good week. We are just waiting for From Blocks to Mox to get in the studio. He let me know that he's running a little bit late. So I'll start the show without him. As far as my week has gone, I've had a very busy week, been very busy with university. I've had to sacrifice a lot of things on the internet because I have been busy. And there are noisy vehicles going outside my house, which is really annoying. I wish they would go away. Really fucking annoying. Anyway, let's get the pop-out chat over on Twitch as well. So, we'll be comparing LEGO Dreams to LEGO Time Cruisers. I used to think Time Cruisers were meh. I thought it was a weird theme. But I've grown to like it more and more over time. It's not the best thing, but it's got some good aspects about it. And I've been a big fan of Dreams from the very start. And we're still building the LEGO Dreams village that I now have 2 versions of. And I think the Dreams village is probably my favourite Dreams set. But objectively, it's not the best. I just like it personally. So we'll try to finish building that set on today's stream. And then we can move on to the LEGO Ninjago City Gardens on next week's stream. So that'll be a lot of fun to build, and a lot of people are excited to see me build it because it's a big set and they've seen other people building it in the past, and it's going to be a long build, but it should be a fun build as well. So let me know in the comments below if you're excited to see me build the LEGO Ninjago City Gardens, because I am excited to build it. And for those who haven't heard the backstory of how I bought that set, then when we start building it, I will give the backstory that I have said on previous streams in the past. So we gladly appreciate everyone in the chat, because without the chat, the live stream would die. We thank everyone for helping us get to 700 subscribers, because without getting to 700 subscribers, we wouldn't be building the LEGO Ninjago City Gardens. And let's have a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. Done. So yeah, hope everyone's had a good week. We'll see who's in the chat in just a while, because I need to get the pop-out chat of this open. Why isn't this opening? Pop-out chat, come on. Okay, there's the pop-out chat. You have this side by side with the pop-out chat with the chat from StreamYard. Come on. Let's have this side by side. Let's move this up here and move this slightly to the side. Just got to reformat some of this stuff right here. And there we go. So who is in the chat? Also, let's get the music going as well. And we need to get the banner at the bottom. So let's get the banner up. That's the opening monologue. So we have Pandemonious Panda, Richard Cranium, Mr. Blue, Order 66, Trebs, Clever Pig, Johnny G in the chat so far. Thank you for coming up. So we're still waiting for RC to get up in the chat. I'll ask him the normal stuff when he gets up in here. So in the meanwhile, let's go to the Brick Fan for the noteworthy news. Let's see if anything out there is noteworthy. So as I always do when we go through the news, I turn off my camera and I go and share the Brick Fan. Let's see if there's any noteworthy news from the Brick Fan. Anything out there? Get out of here. What the hell is going on here? X. Let's reformat this. Okay, we don't care about sales. Oh, there's a new gift with purchase. Starting in April, LEGO will have a new gift with purchase set with the flower trellis display set 40683. The 440-piece set will be available from the 1st to the 16th of April with purchases of $150 US. If you miss it the first time, LEGO will have it again from the 27th of May to the 9th of June at the same price requirement. So it looks like a bunch of flowers on a lattice fencing, and the only thing I like about this is that that lattice fencing uses the 8x8 grating plates. And it looks like they use it in dark tan. I need more of that color. I love that grating detail. The flowers are okay. Man, there's lots of stuff here. Now more sales. And we don't, and every LEGO idea set gets to 10,000 views. Let's get past off that. Yeah, we've already seen that. Okay, another LEGO Ninjago Micro Ninjago city set. The docks. So there's that. I know that Titanium J will be happy about this. Says the product page for the upcoming LEGO Ninjago Micro Ninjago docks set 40704 inside the set is now live on the LEGO shop. The set has 275 pieces and should be available in the reward center soon for most likely 2,700 points, like with the Micro Ninjago City set 40703. And there's the box. So there's the shape, there's, I guess, silhouettes of the next ones as well. We've already gotten Welcome to Ninjago City. The Ninjago City docks has just been announced or released, and looks like we have official silhouettes of the gardens and the markets. Looks like the gardens will be set 40705 and the markets will be set 40706. Let's see what the Ultra posts are like. Oh! Series 26 Space Minifigs. Yes, I've been wanting to see this official picture because I'm quite disappointed with this. So let's see what Alan has to say. The Minifigure store has posted a product listing for the upcoming LEGO Collectible Minifigure Series 26 Space Box 71046. There will be 12 minifigures to collect, and some of them pay tribute to classic space sets like M-Tron, Ice Planet, and Blacktron, which are the only 3 figs that I care about from this series. They are listed as May 1st releases, and they should retail for $5 US each. I like that space, the Final Frontier backdrop with the purple asteroids and the pink kind of phaser. So the M-Tron, I really want. Looks like that's a Blacktron 2, not a Blacktron 1, and the M-Tron I think has a battery pack. The Blacktron 2 has a cool weapon. And the Ice Planet has not only a chainsaw, but also a penguin, which we didn't have the penguin piece back when Ice Planet was released back in 1993. We didn't have that penguin piece, so I think that is a welcome inclusion. The other, I don't care about. Oh, this is interesting. United Nations adopts International Day of Play. What the hell is this? The United Nations has adopted an International Day of Play to protect children's right to play, and it will be held on the 11th of June. United Nations signals importance of play by adopting a blah, 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 bunch of random information. That's weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Every idea set gets to the 10,000 votes. We don't care about Star Wars. We don't care about shopping guides. We've already seen these keychains just left. Oh yes, the Dungeons and Dragons set. This is something people have been hyping up. Let's talk about it. Wait, where? What? Oh yeah, that's just the box art for the Dungeons and Dragons set. So let me know in the chat who's interested in the Dungeons and Dragons set, because as a Castle fan who cares more about historical accuracy, I don't care as much about the fantasy side of the Castle stuff, so therefore I do not care about Dungeons and Dragons, but I know that a lot of people are excited for this set. It's just not for me. I'd rather use the money to buy the medieval town square. And I don't know what the hell is going on with that creature on the right hand side with the eye of Sauron and the other eyes. That looks really weird. That looks really weird. But I must say the architecture is nice. I just don't care about any of the fantasy elements in here. Yeah. More. Okay, yeah. That was all for the noteworthy news. Let's see what people are saying in the chat, shall we? So, Pandemonious with the hype train. Mr. Blue says, I'm doing okay. How about you? RC's pulling up to the house soon. Happy Friday, Pig. He also says, I'm going to build along with the Nightmare Shark ship. Ship very fitting. Yo! Cliff. And hello, Macro Bricks. Mark, I'll send you an invite if you've got the time. And go get that for you. Whenever I see you in the chat, I always send it out for you, because Mark is welcome anytime he's available. Go get that for Mark. There we go. Okay. Order says, I left and was waiting for it to start, but it never notified me. Yeah, YouTube notifications aren't the best things in the world, are there? Aren't they? Order says, I love that set, Mayo, but not because of D&D. Yeah, I could understand people liking the architecture in that set. Yeah, the D&D set, it will be pretty expensive. Some people might be out of some people's price ranges. Yeah. So that's everything in the chat so far. We've got 11 people watching. Thank you very much. And by the way, last week's stream got over 30 likes, which was the first time in a while for a Will Hoeg episode. I think it's the first episode ever of Will Hoeg where we've gotten over 30 likes. We've gotten over 30 likes for streams in the past, but never for an episode of Will Hoeg. And also, I guess people really liked Johnny, because my stream with Johnny has almost 50 likes now. So yeah, that's something else about the Culture Wars. When I was going over the analytics, people really liked Johnny. And also people really liked the 72-hour stream. which I participated in, and hopefully the 72-hour stream can live on, because it's a fun time, and I don't want it to die. No matter who organises it, and I'd be willing to offer my services to help out with the organisation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to respond to the comments. I need to switch accounts. So we can go to the Mayo Hosko account and respond to people's comments. Going to try to do a bunch of stuff. Get it out of the way before RC comes in. Go to YouTube Studio and let's present the screen so that we can respond to people's comments. Get rid of this. Ah, come on. And let's respond to people's comments. Let's go to the comments. Come on, hurry up. And let's respond to people's comments. Where's the stinger?
Guys, I should really make a reading your comments video. Great job. This is the best thing I've ever seen since yesterday.
Good. What high praise, man. What a great comment.
Too much cliffhanger, not enough story, craves more story, am very sad.
Am very sad, dude.
So he was scarped.
I've been scarped before, it's not fun.
Okay, let's bring my computer down here and let's respond to people's comments. Were there anything helpful with you? There's nothing helpful with you. Okay, let's go back down to the start of this. So, on the last episode of Real Whole Egg, we got some comments. Sharon Stevens says, love the amazing intro. And Sharon Stevens is one of my pledges on Patreon. Says, I am all... I need to get this out of the way. So I don't tap my fingers. I am always making it better every time people send me videos of themselves saying Real Whole Egg. And then Johnny says, Marco, question about sitting, I think he's meant to say shitting your pants on a building site, lol, I nearly pissed myself off. That's getting our heart. And I can say, I can tell by the way ... Please step out my fucking way. And now there's some stuff, well actually, yeah, there's some comments on my video. Why did my video go viral? Miss Andy says, congratulations on the 700. I'm going to give that a heart and say thanks for your years of viewership. And also, Macro says, keep up the videos and the hard work, never forget yourself and always have fun. Congrats on 700, can't wait to see this epic set being built by you. No stress, haha. That's getting a heart. I will never forget myself, and I will always be myself, which is why I started the culture war. Ninjago City Gardens will be the biggest set I've ever built. balancing Lego with university is a challenge. And then on my video about the Lego Daily Bugle Taxi mod, Mr. Blue said, nice daily taxi mod. Nice daily Bugle taxi mod. Have a great week. I actually had a bad week because university took all my time away from Lego. Haha. Contra said, hello Mr. Mayo, taxi, it looks good, I got the taxi sets ×2 in my city. Whoa, what just happened there? I'm going to say, that's getting a heart. If you've been collecting Lego for a long time, you are bound to have multiple taxis eventually. Danny Fandens said, nicely done. I'm gonna say nicely commented. And Matt Kubrick said, that mock taxi fits perfect with the Daily Bugle. Keep up the mocks, Mayo. Love it. Give that a heart and say, mocks are truly my favourite. Yeah, my favourite thing about Lego. Just wish I had more time to build mocks. And then the last comments were on the city update. Mr. Blue said, great city update, Mayo. The city looks really good. Have a great week. I'm going to say the city will look even better next month with the Ninjago City Gardens. Andrew Samby said, great city update, Mayo, looks great. The city in its present state is at its best, always improving it. And Mark said, loving the new city and the cleanliness, though, looking good with some Lego sets and a lot of mocks. Mayo, you're such a joy to watch and hang out with. That's getting a heart. And saying, I always enjoy hanging out with you too. Having a city on tables means I can keep it more clean. And I'm pretty sure that was all the comments. Oh, and Lego Team B just came in with a comment on my Daily Bugle taxi. He said, love this video, this is a real step up, keep up the great work. I'm going to give that a heart and say, if my viewers think it's a real step up, then I must be doing something right. Thanks for the viewership. Let's refresh this. Okay, that was all of the comments. And we have RC backstage.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Happy Friday, everyone, or Saturday morning. Saturday morning for you there, Mayo.
Well, happy Good Friday to you for a couple more hours.
Exactly. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So how's everything going?
Yeah, also everyone out there. Yeah, also everyone out there, whether you're Christian or not, hope you had a good Friday. I've been, well, since I'm more active on Twitter X right now, I think something I will be doing is to drum up a little bit more buzz for my Twitter X. Is I think I am going to do a tweet time from now on. A lot of it will be talking about my own tweets, compared to Instagram time, which is spotlighting anytime someone uses the hashtag #WillHoWeg on their posts. But I do think I finally have an excuse for tweet time. Anyway, yeah, my week's been kind of shit because of university.
Yeah, I understand. That was my day because of work. It just sometimes, like today, I got a dead battery, so day ran a little longer because I had to go get another battery, come back, all the just ran long. So you just never know.
Yeah. Hello, Lego Team B. Just seen you in the live stream comments. So you know what we do whenever we have bee-themed people up in here.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
Is he saying retarded duck?
No. I think he says retorted. But because of the American accent, a lot of people do get confused. Like when some of the American accents say the word not as not.
Gotcha.
Or they say vehicles. The vehicles outside are going to be the death of my eardrums. or for the word Bob, some Americans say Bob. It's an accentual thing, and it's something that people can't control.
Yeah.
And I joked in the past that when some Americans say not see, it sounds like a German word.
Oh yeah. I get what you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there were some words that I say that sound weird because of my accent.
Yeah, and like, for example, words that have like way different meanings. For example, what they call a cigarette over there in like Britain and Europe, it doesn't have the same meaning over here in the States.
Yeah, because the FAG word.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't gonna say. I'm not trying to get your stream messed up.
Yeah. Well, that's more to do with terminology than an accent. Because, for example, like, who here in the chat likes Lego trains? Is it for when it's a passenger train? Is it a passenger coach, or is it a passenger car? Is it a caboose, or is it a brake van? Is it a tanker, or is it a tank car? Is it a flat bed, or is it a flat car? Is it a truck, or is it a freight car? Is it a truck, or is it a lorry? Is it a side?
I think you got named off.
Is it a side rod, or is it a connecting rod? Is it a point, or is it a switch? And there are a lot of LEGO trained people out there who use entirely different terminology depending on where they are in the world. And because there are some elements of the British trained terminology that I like, but there's also a small amount of American trained terminology. Like, I prefer to say switches over points, but I do prefer passenger coaches over passenger cars. But I must say, the Amtrak passenger coaches, that was what was the inspiration for the Metroliner train from 1991. Those are my favourite coaches in the world.
So I've heard it called coaches plenty of times. Like I've heard it.
And also, some people refer to a coach as a long haul bus.
Oh, like a coach bus? Yeah, I've heard of that too.
Yeah. Because when I think of a coach bus, I think of something that travels interstate.
Yeah, and you know, I also think the term coach, I'm not sure where it came from. I don't know if somebody wants to Google it or not, but you think about it because they got coach when it comes to passengers on a train, they got coach when it comes to passengers on a bus, and they got coach when it comes to passengers on an airplane. So I think that's something else. In the US, they call the economy class coach class. Yeah.
And also on American planes, since they carry more, you have more first class seats than a business class seats. Business class seats are normally more expensive than first class seats. But since a lot of American business class passengers normally just have their own private jets, American airplane companies find it more profitable to use first class seats rather than business class seats on their plane. But that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting way out of LEGO.
Yeah. Anyway, let's bring it back to LEGO. So let's ask. So we've gotten through all of that. So we are talking about dreams versus time cruises. I'm still building this. This just fell apart. I'm still building this dream set, and you've recently finished collecting all of the time cruises sets.
I did. In fact, I've got the final one that I needed right here. Here, hold on. I'll grab it. I don't know if you know this one or not. It's the one with the bathtub.
I don't. Oh yeah, it's got those weird half round cylinders in it.
Yeah, and so the propeller spins on the back, and as the propeller spins, it spins this tube, I guess a barrel more than anything, full of a bunch of 90s vintage parts. Like it's got the glow, like the trans green crystals in there. It's got aquazone crystals. It's got knives. It's got gold. It's got everything in there. It's got a couple of ghosts. And then when it goes, when you actually push it, the wheels make here, let me see if I can do it on this one. The wheels actually make the whole thing. Here we go. Let's put it up. And the wings flap also. So the wings flap up and down, and then the heads pop up and down out of the blue part, and then the whole barrel spins with the propeller on the back. And so it's pretty cool. It's got that Paradisa bathtub in it. That's how they get the like little cockpit area. I don't know how well you can see that there, but
the bubble canopy.
Yeah, So, but yeah, this is actually one of the harder ones to get hold of. So, but I finally found somebody with a pretty good one with all the pieces there.
Oh, something just happened with your mic.
What's that?
Okay, now it's back.
Oh, my mic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just started going R2D2 for 3 seconds.
Oh, huh. All right, let me make sure this
normal.
I'll make sure that.
It's back to normal. Clever Pig thinks it's a cool set.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not even sure what the set number is on this, but if I'm not mistaken, Time Twisters, which is what this is, they only actually made 3 sets of them. It's the Twisted Time Train, it's the Tunnelnator or something like that. It's the one with the wings, and then it's this one, and so. That was the last one I needed.
Because I used to get confused between Time Cruisers and Time Twisters before I realized that Time Twisters was a sub-theme of Time Cruisers, and it only had 3 sets because they were the bad because they were the bad guys.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. I think they only ever did 3 sets is because that's how many. Like that whole theme, supposedly the rumor around it is they needed to come up with a theme that they could use all those extra pieces in. Me and you have talked about this before. And then so I think that's why they only did 3 sets, because they only had enough extra pieces to do 3 sets.
And also, you notice the years that Time Cruisers came out. It was 1996 and 1997.
Yeah.
And what was the big change in 1998?
Oh, the internet technology, right?
No, I'm talking about Lego. What was the big change with Lego in 1998? It's a change it's a change that almost everybody in the community hates.
I'm assuming it's gonna be the Star Wars, right?
No, that was 1999.
Oh, okay. What changed in '98?
1998 was when Lego introduced what I call the juniorification era of most of their sets. So you notice the Lego System Town became Town Juniors in 1997, but it was rebranded to City Centre in 1998. And that's where we got all those one-piece molds for a lot of stuff, which made the builds look really clunky. And a lot of people really don't like that era because it was almost like the city centre sets then were what the junior sets or what the 4+ sets are now.
Got you. See, you just schooled me on something.
Yeah, and a lot of people really hated that. And so I think because Lego was going in that direction, which proved to be a terrible mistake that contributed to them getting into negative profits, of which BrickHive has done analytical videos about, I would strongly suggest you go watch those videos from BrickHive. And maybe if BrickHive comes lurking in, he can let us know about those economics, because he's covered them more in depth than I would ever want to. Yeah, I think with the way Time Cruisers was only out for 2 years, they wanted to clear out those pieces before they changed direction of their build style.
Yeah. And so that would explain that they were just running off with those extra pieces before they changed it all up.
And also, did you notice that that they changed from the Aquanauts and the Aqua Sharks in Aquazone to the Hydronauts and the Stingrays in 1998?
Yep. And then it went from Aquazone to Aqua Raiders.
Yes, because Aquazone was retired in '99, and they came out with Aqua Raiders in I think 2006 or 2007, and then they came out with Atlantis in I think it was 2009. And I remember looking at the Atlantis sets in the catalogs when I was a kid. I never got any of these sets.
I like some of those, but I'll be honest with you, it kind of lost me. But I mean, I do like a lot of the Atlantis minifigures. I actually have quite a few of them for the underwater area. But yeah, no, they it's almost like they're spaceships more than submarines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it did have some awkward technic pieces in them. Like the Typhoon sub had a play feature that was very centric around ugly technic pieces.
Yeah, because when I first got back into Lego, I started catching up on a lot of themes I hadn't, you know, because I've been out of it for so long. So I see themes that came out while I was out of it. And then when I saw that theme, I didn't realize it was underwater at first until I because I thought they were spaceships. Especially, what's that red one? That red one that opens up in like a V shape. Looks like it has wings.
That was more. It was a headquarters set. I forget the name, but it was a play feature so that you could convert it from a regular rectangle stationary base underwater. You could fold it out to play with the minifigures inside, or you could have it to where it's, or you could have it to where it was an L shape instead of a rectangle, and you'd have to imagine that there would have been an airlock behind the set.
Yeah, in fact, I'm looking it up right now to see which one I'm talking about because, oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it is that whole set. I will say they did come out with one that had like a Roman Colosseum.
I think that was the gateway to Atlantis set.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right here. That one was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Or it was gateway to the squid, something like that. And we actually have someone else backstage. It is Lego Head.
Hey!
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Hello, how you doing? What's new?
Nothing much, man.
Yeah. So we're talking about Lego Dreams versus Lego Time Cruisers, and as an offshoot about all Lego Time Cruisers, we went onto this tangent about the Aqua things because RC really likes Aquazone. So let's get it back on track. Clicking Clip is complimenting you for being patient and laid back.
I appreciate it, Cliff.
And hey, Dave. Lego Team B says, apologies if it's been asked a bunch, but will you make it to Chicago this year?
You know what? As much as I really want to, it's dead smack in the middle of summer, and that's my busiest time of the season because I landscape for a living. So just getting up there and getting to it's probably not going to happen. Maybe 1 year, but probably not this year. I would like to, but I just don't know if it's going to be in the cards. That's a hard pull. I got so many different things going on. I've got dogs. I've got a bunch of yards and properties that are responsibilities plus other things. It's just hard to break away like that.
Also, quickly, what's everyone's chocolate of choice for Easter?
Oh, that's a good one. You know, my favorite chocolate, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty easy, but I love Crunch a Bunch, like Nestle Crunch Bars or Crunch a Bunch, like the candies, especially if they've been in the fridge. Those things are delicious.
Do you have any preference, Lego here?
Wait, for my favorite candy, did you say?
Well, what's your chocolate of choice for Easter?
Well, I don't celebrate Easter. Let's see. So chocolate.
Of choice for Easter.
I mean, I guess like just I blanked out. What chocolate is there?
All the chocolate you've ever seen.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it is now. I mean, I tried a crunchy not too long ago. My friend introduced me to the crunchy bar, which is a British thing, but it was good though. I mean, it had a chocolate coating. I don't know if that counts. Does it count, Mayo? I know you're more akin to Violet Crumbles. I know, but what about a crunchy, the British variant?
Well, crunchy is made by Cadbury, and Violet Crumbles is made by Men's, which was bought out by Mondelez International, which owns Kraft Heinz.
So wait, but I thought. So wait, so the. But wait. So wait, it's by Cadbury, but it's
Crunchy.
It's British.
Yeah. Crunchy is owned by Cadbury. Crunch is owned by Nestle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Crunchy.
Yeah, Crunchy is owned by.
No, actually, Crunch is good too.
Yeah.
Then again, Crunch is good too.
Yeah. The reason I say chocolate of choice for Easter is because there are a bunch of non-Christians out there who still eat chocolate on Easter, and I'm not Christian, but I still like eating chocolate. So yeah.
Wait, but you celebrate a Christian?
I don't celebrate.
If you celebrate the Easter Bunny, you're not really celebrating what the holiday is. Don't get me wrong. Like if you're not like
the Easter Bunny isn't real, but still eat chocolate, and so I always enjoy the white chocolate bunny by Lindt, because Lindt makes the best white chocolate in my opinion. And you can only get that type of chocolate on Easter, so I always look forward to Easter as a result. Because that bunny is to die for.
The Cadbury bunny?
The Lindt. For those who don't know that the Lindt chocolate company is a Swiss company, and Switzerland is known for their chocolate.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know about the Lindt. It's spelled like LINDT or something like that, right?
Yeah. It's got a silent D in it, and so my family used to gift me the Cadbury bunnies, and I always used to get the mini cream eggs, and those are to die for the mini cream eggs by Cadbury.
So we broke the news to Lego Team B. He was unaware that the Easter Bunny was not real.
Yeah. Well, Santa isn't real. The Easter Bunny isn't real. Leprechauns aren't real. Ghosts aren't real.
Are you out of here? Oh, Team Lego said he had to go and they just left.
Hoarder says, guys, my grocery store is coming along great, and I have the excitement of a 7-year-old on Christmas morning. I wish I was as productive with my supermarket, but it's been on the back burner for so long. Buzz.
Look forward to seeing that, Hoarder.
Santa!
No, he's real. He's real.
Well, they're only as real as the Lego minifigures make it out to be. I'm going to load up. I'm going to load up the brick set listings of both the Time Cruisers sets, the Time Twister sets, and the Dreams sets. So let's go to brick set.
See which ones you think are comparable to each other.
Yeah, because whenever we do these types of these comparisons between Lego sets, I always like to find what sets are a modern feature. So let's search for Time Cruisers. We've already done streams in the past where we've looked at Time Cruisers, but we've never compared them to Lego Dreams outright.
Have you seen the new GWP that's rumored to come out and it looks like a flying car?
No, not yet.
It almost looks like a land speeder.
Oh, is that the one that we covered last week? That was,
yeah.
And that was also a contest winner along with the Space Monorail.
Yep. So I thought about it, and when that comes out, I really want that. I'm gonna try and change some parts and some colors on there, but I think that would be a good Time Cruisers. I can make it go with the Time Cruisers theme pretty well.
So let's get up Time Cruisers and Dreams at the same time. The Dreams theme, because more people would be familiar with Dreams.
Oh, 100%.
And now I've got to update my brick set to say I have 2 of that set. And did I add? Yes, I have one of the Castigos then. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, what was going to do? So because of the Easter spirit, we are going to do the first edition of Tweet Time. So I'm gonna stop sharing this, and I'm gonna go share Twitter X, my Twitter X. So for those who are on Twitter X, if you want to follow me, find at @real_Mayo Hosko. So there was something I did for Easter that has more likes than I normally get. Let's filter through some of this stuff. Because I saw a lot of people posting about Good Friday. Where are we? Where's my? Oh yeah, I gotta go to my replies, not my posts. Because there's something I said in someone's replies which a lot of people really liked. Let's go down here. I always post about politics and stuff. Where are we? Come on. I forget where I did this. There was a post. Actually, maybe I should go to my notifications. Here we go. So, I made this tweet. I'm not Christian, but I love Good Friday because I approve of any public holiday where you have the right to be lazy and not do anything. Friday morning university class, not today. And that has 2,602 views and 22 likes, 1 retweet, which my replies to anyone's post has never gotten more than 10 likes. And I used the GIF of the scene from the Madonna song Like a Prayer when she's falling out of the sky. And also,
have you seen her lately? Have you seen Madonna lately? Have you seen what she looks like?
Yeah, the less I say about her, the better. Let's go back to I comment or I post a lot about the AFL, but for those who don't know, I really like the old school Thomas the Tank Engine, and something else I want to feature on this edition of Tweet Time is this tweet. This is probably my favourite photo of hashtag Thomas the Tank Engine from hashtag Thomas and Friends. For anyone out there who knows the franchise as much as I do, this is from the season 4 episode Thomas and Stephanie. It's the first set in the opening scene of the episode where he's travelling on his branch line. It's before he reaches the cow field. When I think of Thomas's branch line, this is what I think of. Most people would think about Farquhar Station or the bridge because it's or the road bridge because it's from the original intro in 1984. But I think of this scene just because I remember when I grew up watching season 6 when I was a 3-year-old in 2004. Season 6 was airing on ABC Kids at the time, and I think after one of the episodes they played a music video, and this scene was in that music video. And whenever I think of Thomas's branch line, I think of this picture. Anyway, that was tweet time. And now it's time for rant. Let's get into the rant, shall we?
Let's hear it.
Who doesn't love a good rant?
This one is a rotten egg!
Rotten eggs! It's rant time.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? Because we will be ranting about the culture wars again. And
what's your beef today?
Yeah, and I got some responses from people in the culture wars. So I'm going to go to Discord and I'm going to keep their names anonymous. But I'm going to read something that someone said. Hey, this Discord is supposed to be safe, fun place, and if you're having trouble, feel free to reach out, but comments calling people names are inappropriate. I stand coward. For this space, please do not post anything like this again. Okay. That kind of grinds my gears because you, sir, just exposed yourself as a snowflake! And if anyone knows me, I really don't like snowflakes.
You've got to be kidding me.
So what is a safe space? Is that like where they cuddle you and stuff?
Well, I think it's a section of social media where they try to shield themselves from anything that isn't family friendly. And I've done polls in the past about whether people think shit is a swear word, and I was really, really disappointed because if anyone goes back and reads some of my old community posts, you'll see that poll, and the majority of people thought that was a swear word. So those people are snowflakes. And if anyone out there is offended by the term snowflake, ironically, you yourself are a snowflake. So to all of the snowflakes out there, it doesn't matter where you are. You could be on YouTube, you could be on Twitch, you could be on Discord, you could be on Instagram, you could be on Twitter X, you could be in a bunch of places. But any time I see someone exposing themselves as a snowflake, I've always got to call them out on it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to rant about because it's another chapter in the culture war, and yeah, I think some people need to just get off their normal high horse.
You've got to be kidding me.
And so that was this week's rant.
This one is a rotten egg!
Rotten eggs! It's rant time.
Yeah, I grew up when there was no snowflake or there was no feelings. It was toughen up, Buttercup.
Yeah. Back before the mental health movement, and I'm a part of the mental health movement because mental health is health. Okay, so what? David said she looks like she's melting, meaning Madonna. That's a good one.
Oh,
Johnny, there's Johnny says I love time cruises. Clever Pete says Thomas the Spank Engine. I could make jokes about Thomas the Dank Engine. Harry Gladiator says, funny fact, I've been watching the stream and have not commented yet. Well, we're glad that you came out of the wilderness. Hello, Ben B. Yeah, we are, we are anti-snowflakes. And so if anyone, well, what I'm actually going to do is while I'm making a mosaic of the Mayo jar logo for Brick World Chicago, I will also be trying to make a snowflake at the same time. Johnny says that you eat concrete.
I saw that. I was cracking up. I saw Dave's comment too. He said, "That's right, RC, toughen up."
Yeah,
that's how it was, man.
Dave says, "I like cornflakes." Well, what I'll say is, I like dreams. Anyway, let's do what everybody came here for, comparing dreams with time cruises. So let's look at the dreams first.
See what you got lined up.
Yeah, let's look at the dreams first. And I think I'll start with the polybag. Set 30636, Z-Blob and Bunchu Spider Escape from the Dreams, released in 2023, has 44 pieces, 1 minifigure, retailed for $5 US. Now, if anyone is a price per piece LEGO economist, please let us know in the chat if you use price per piece as your main metric for determining the value, because then we can call you an Apple, because Apple with 3 P's is an acronym of our fans for a price per piece LEGO economist. There are lots of people out there who use price per piece as their main metric, and so they are apples. And if anyone like me is a LEGO intellectual, enthusiast note taker, then you are an alien. Because I am an alien, but I'm not an apple. So I really like this. Look, there's a lot of cool pieces in this polybag.
I like that. It even comes with those small little figs. What's that one in the back? It's like almost like a little ghost or something.
Yeah, the green blob is Z-Blob, and the bunny is Bunchu. That bunny might be my favorite bunny LEGO ever made. I really like that bunny.
PPP. Clever pig.
Yeah, there's a lot of trippy colors in the Dream set. And of course, we're going to talk about the Dream Village set 40657.
You know anybody who has that?
Has 434 pieces, 4 minifigures, and retails for $30 US. Of course, I have 2 of these, and we are in the middle of building this, like right now. I just really like the combination of friends, castle, and elves in this one set.
It does have a lot of that leftover piece kind of design to it too, like the Time Cruisers does, like how they use a wheel element over there, or like a fender element off of a car for that roof piece over there. I'm not sure, what is that, the potion one?
Yeah, it's what I affectionately call the potion seller.
Yeah.
And I must say that the bakery takes a lot of inspiration from the Lego Winter Village Elf's Clubhouse or the Gingerbread House, because that roof looks good enough to eat.
I will say that the one little blob comes with a beard, so does that other one, and then the blobs come with cool minifig accessories.
Yeah, because you got a dwarf, a wizard, and a chef that are the same molds as the blob.
Oh, Dave said he just got the shark ship.
Yeah, he's building. One of the viewers is actually building that set as we speak. So not all. I'm just gonna talk about the notable dream sets. But if anyone in the chat wants to talk about a specific dream set, wants us to cover it, be more than happy to do so. This is another one.
That turtle van's probably one of the important sets.
Yeah, the Mrs. Castillo's turtle van set 71456, released in 2023. 434 pieces, five minifigures, and it retails for $48. I think this is my second favorite dream set. But a lot of people would say objectively it's the best. And I think I might be tempted to say objectively it is the best dream set. Because
I will say
it's such a fun set.
Glad to hear City by First Clever. I tell you right now, I do like the technique that they did in there with the new leaf element to make that palm tree on top. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got that palm tree in my park. I could not take it apart because it's such a cool little palm tree.
Who's in your chat as Mustard Raska?
Oh, is that a spammer? I think that's just a troll. Let's pay no attention to the trolls. Yeah, and so some people might remember I converted this van to a four wide build because I wanted to make it look like a Volkswagen camper van.
Yeah, no, it definitely has the Volkswagen camper van. Can you take those little legs off and put just wheels on there?
Yeah, because those wheels have a Technic axle hole, and those Caterpillar legs have
they just pop off
in them.
That's cool.
So that you can take it off. Now, this is a set that the Brickable Cow got done building recently. Set 71459, the Stable of Dreams Creatures, released in 2023. 681 pieces, 7 minifigures, and retails for $80. It's got the same cactus build from the Turtle Van, and those plants look really pretty. I'm seeing a lot of inspiration from Lego Friends in this.
Hoarder said that he would get the other dream set just so that way he could have the van out of it.
Yeah, I know that a lot of with the 2-in-1s, a lot of people have bought multiples of them so that they can have both build style. Same reason why people buy 3 of the Creator 3-in-1s.
Yeah.
Also, the same thing people did with the Lego Movie 2-in-1 sets from 2014 and 2015.
Yeah. See, even Clever Pig says he wouldn't mind getting that van and doing Speed Champions treatment to it.
Yeah, and because it's 8 wide, it'd actually be compatible with the Speed Champions set. Yeah, and so honestly, I think my favorite part about this is that we get that dark turquoise door. I don't recall seeing that color of door in any other set.
I will say that mushroom hat on top of the minifigures looks pretty legit to use in.
That either looks like a 3x3 parabola dish or the Master Wu cone hat.
Yeah, I think you were right with the first one though, especially if you zoom in. Cowabunga gladiator.
Try to get a zoom in of this. It only zooms in so far.
Yeah, and that is that it covers up like it usually would cover up like a barrel, like it would be on like the top of a barrel or something.
Yeah, a 4x3, sorry, a 4x4x4.
I'm thinking
in a lot of the Western sets.
I'm thinking just 2x2.
Also the Mr. Oz Space Bus set 71460, released 2023, 878 pieces, 10 minifigs, and retails for $100 US. This is a cool spaceship. Reminds me
it definitely is.
It reminds me a lot of Space Police 3, and it's got a little bit of Overwatch in there.
Now, does this have alternative build also?
I think there are ways where you can configure the modules to come out.
Got you. Where you take the bus out and it's just a spaceship.
Yeah, and some of the thrusters, you can take them out as well if you want it to be a little bit less powerful. But because this is a space bus, that central section holds the passengers, and that central section you can take it up, you can take it out, because it's built in a similar way to the Galactic Mediator, which was the big ship from Space Police 2 back in 1992. It has the front section, the back section, and the mid section. You could take that center section out, and I guess when the passengers have reached their destination, you could fly away without the passenger module.
Yeah, just drop them off.
And what you're seeing with a lot of these dream sets is that they use that same big ginormous flame that was first introduced in I think some of the Ninjago sets. They recolor it a bunch of times.
Yeah, they're definitely pushing that.
Yeah, so they, much like Time Cruisers, they really try to use a bunch of elements from other things, and probably some of the big elements from other things to justify keeping those big pieces in the inventory. And let's move on. And this is something I know that Contrabricks Build Craze really likes. Set 71461, The Fantastical Treehouse, released in 2023. Has 1,257 pieces, 7 minifigs, and retails for $110 US. This might be the best treehouse ever. You could compare it to the LEGO Ideas treehouse, but this looks more fun, in my opinion. And again, using those big ginormous flame pieces. I really like the blue foliage.
I was getting ready to say, I really want the blue leaf elements for underwater, for coral and stuff like that.
Like some blue coral.
Exactly.
And it would kind of would kind of match the raised base plate from the Neptune Discovery Lab back in 1995.
It is, now that you mention that, I see that. Yeah, that color, all those colors are about the same.
Yeah, they didn't have those colors back in 1995, but it would complement the blues and the blacks of that base plate. Yeah. So Contra is out there in the chat. Love to know his thoughts about this set, because it's just a really fun set. I think it's even got some street signs underneath.
That's what I was. Yeah, I was noticing that.
Yeah, underneath some of the pods on some of the.
It looks like a pair of teeth there at the bottom or something, like a pair of dentures.
Yeah, it's like a Venus flytrap animal. And if you're noticing throughout these dream sets, it's really funny how they have the flying creatures with the jail cell for to capture Z blob. I just think it's really funny. Like a flying jail cell is just so funny and ridiculous. Oopsie.
Definitely in the dream world, that for sure. That's what Dave Brick said he had, right? He just got.
Yeah, multiple people have been talking about this set 71469, the Nightmare Shark Ship, released in 2023.
Didn't Macro get this too?
1,389 pieces, 6 minifigures, and retails for $140 US.
Didn't Macro get this also?
I can't remember which people have built this set or who have bought this set, but there's a lot of them, and it's understandable why, because it's a really eye-catching ship. They haven't done a ship quite like this before.
Yeah, you know. So those wings, aren't those from the last moldable dragon they ever made?
I think they're similar, and I mean, I'd have to compare it with the Dragon Mountain set from the castle thing back in 2013 to see if it was the exact mold.
Yeah, that red one, right?
Yeah, but it is dual molded, and you got the shark face at the front. You got the black rib cage in the middle. You got the Eye of Sauron, as I like to call it, in front of the captain's quarters. You got the shark tail, and you got a very bony tail back there. You got some
Gladiator.
got some pirate characters and more of those big ginormous flame pieces. This time in pink.
Yeah, Gladiator says that he says that is the same wings, and he also says that he thinks that'd be pretty cool in his monster army.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun features about this set, much like the Fantastic Tree.
Doesn't that have alternative build where the boat has wheels? The shark ship?
Yes, because you can have it like it's flying with wings, or you can detach the wings and add wheels instead to have it like it's sailing on the sea.
Got you. That yellow car, I haven't seen much of that. Go up a few.
The Mr. Oz space car.
Yeah.
Set 71475, Mr. Oz space car, released in 2024. It's a 2024 set. 350 pieces, 4 minifigs, and retails for $30 US. I think I saw Jane Briggs do a review of this set.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool build, to be honest.
And they're using that same crane arm that they've been using in some of the city space sets lately.
Yeah. Yeah, and
remember when we were talking about wheels? Well, those balloon wheels look very similar to the old Ice Planet wheels, just slightly bigger.
Yep. I wonder. So wait, there's a third minifigure up there on the crane.
Yeah, it has 4 minifigures, 3 unique to this set.
Honestly, that's not too bad then. 4 minifigures is what they're considering because I'm guessing they're considering that. Yeah, and then for $30, I mean, that's less than $10 a fig plus the build.
Yeah, they do include these buildable animals as a fig, and a lot of the minifigure collectors contend whether they should be counted as minifigs or not.
Because it's a brick build. Yeah.
This is a set that's kind of gone under the radar, in my opinion. The Sandman's Tower, set 71477. It's a 2024 set, 723 pieces, 6 minifigures, retails for $90 US.
That I haven't even seen that yet. That's a pretty cool set.
I think I'm seeing a lot of Disney princess vibes in this, particularly with the gold hot air balloon elements at the top. Got more of that blue foliage, and I like the builds of the half cog cogs.
Yeah, because it's a clock. Like it's almost supposed to. I see like a clock face right there. Yep, and then the gears. That's pretty cool. So, Sandman is obviously for sleep, right? Who controls your sleep? And it's a dream set. So that's where that's going.
Yeah, because for those who don't know the Dream set's storyline, it's that they're dreaming, and the episodes of the TV series is the adventures of their dreams. I've never watched the TV series, but some people in the chat have.
And these are all to be released. Look how many are coming out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sets that I guess are going to come out in the northern hemisphere summer.
Later this year.
And there's a bunch of poly bags. I think that's fun. It was a promotion. A miniature version of the turtle bag.
That's like a GWP or something.
It looks like a LEGO Store limited edition exclusive poly bag. I bet if you found the instructions, you could piece this together pretty easily. Probably the big difficulties would be the legs and the fenders. But other than that, you could piece this together, I reckon. And yeah, that was all of the Dream sets. If there's any other, we'll go to the chat, see if there's any sets that we haven't covered that people want to talk about.
Somebody said something about Golden Marine spaceship.
Yeah, Gladiator says, dudes, did you not see the Space Marine? Which set were those Marines in? Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of trolls. Let's just ignore the trolls, shall we? Gladiator says it's a Warhammer 4K Space Marine in gold. Ah, that must have been with that one we were talking about with the 4 minifigures. Yeah, Gladiator says I rebuilt the ship into a giant battle wagon pulled by my brown rock monsters.
Got you.
And we got Brick Hive up in here. Hey, Hive. We were just talking about you because we were talking about how LEGO lost profits in 2003, and Time Cruisers came out before the juniorification era, and the juniorification era helped LEGO go on the verge of bankruptcy.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
Hey, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
I'm just going to let those trolls do their thing, and we can just ignore everything that they say. Yes, we're just done talking about Dreams, so when RC gets back, we'll talk about Time Cruisers. So stop sharing about dreams and start sharing about time cruises. Let's get time cruises up in here. When I'm doing, when we're covering this, since RC is the resident time cruises expert, I'm going to let him do all the opinion pieces, because since he actually has every time cruiser set ever, he's more qualified to talk about it than what I am. Yeah, because I'm not the biggest time. Honestly, I'm not the biggest time cruises guy, but I appreciate what time cruises did for LEGO at the time. Exactly, Johnny. Trolls are views too. Not a lot of people know about time cruises, and a lot of people go a long time without talking about time cruises, because time cruises is a thing that not a lot of people talk about in the community.
All right, what I missed?
Well, we're just about to talk about time cruises, and you're more qualified to talk about this than what I am. So, I think everyone was satisfied with the sets that we cherry picked from dreams. So therefore, we're moving on to time cruises. So we're going. So since there aren't a lot of time cruises sets, we'll go over every time cruiser set, and you can give your and you can give the opinion piece. I'll give the stats. So the first one is the Hypno Cruiser set 1853, released in 1996, 157 pieces, 2 minifigures. Was doesn't show the price tag, but the current used value is $60.
Yeah. So I feel like this would probably be I guess in the same ballpark as like the turtle bus, like if you're gonna compare, you know, apples to oranges or whatever. But you notice how it has two set numbers up there? I think that's because they released it twice, or they had a different set number in a different country or something. But I always thought that was weird how it had 2 different set numbers up there.
Yeah, in this era, that was when Kabaya partnered with LEGO for the Japanese market, so that might be a Kabaya set number.
Got you.
Kabaya is a Japanese confectionery company.
Yeah, so these sets were cool because you could also get a lot of accessories just out of all the themes, because that's kind of what they did here is they threw all the themes together. You see, like it comes with the pirate hats, underwater hats, you know, the castle hats and the space helmets and everything like that, chrome parts. So you just get a little bit of everything. But this was definitely like the equivalent of that bus, like one of the better sets, but you know, not the most expensive set by any means.
Next one is set 6491, the Rocket Racer, 1996, 58 pieces, 1 minifigure, and retailed for $4.50 American back in the day, and its used value is $10. The one thing I will say is Crazy Eye Timmy.
Because he had that nose. I thought this would be more like that poly bag level, but it is pretty cool how when you roll this thing, so like I'm pointing, but you guys can't see me, but when you roll it on its wheels, the rubber tires on the back wheels roll against the smooth underplate that you put on that 2x2 round, and it spins those propellers on it.
Yeah, because it looks
So
like
it actually has like a movement and a motion. It's pretty cool.
It looks like it makes contact with an inverted tile. Next one.
Very cool set.
Oh yeah, this was a re-release of the same one. We've already covered that.
Yeah.
The flying time vessel set 6/4/93/1996, 237 pieces, 2 minifigs, retailed for $44 American back in the day, and its used value is $76.
Yeah. So even though that this is like the time cruisers are the good guys, and then in the other ones that pirate ship is the bad guys, but I would almost say they're kind of the same, because this is using a pirate ship, and that other one is pretty much a pirate ship, like the shark pirate ship. And then but like I said, these were all cool, always cool sets because of all the parts that you got. You see, like you get that front windshield from a train. That's from the Metro liner.
And I believe that same canopy was used in the cargo railway from the same year in 1996.
Yep. And then you would get a lot of cool, like the 4-arm monkey. I don't know why they ever changed that, because they should have kept those monkeys the same with the 4 arms and the 4 hands. I don't even know why they changed that, but it's definitely a cool minifig. It comes with the professor, and then crazy eye Timmy, like you call him. But once again, what was really cool with all these sets is the movements. So when you rolled this, you could see the wheels down there on the bottom of the ship. But when you roll it, the wings flap up and down, so almost like it's flying, which was pretty cool. And then that propeller in the back would spin around.
And as we've said previously, that monkey's name is Spinoza.
Spinoza.
Let me go back here. Next set is, this is my favorite, the Magic Mountain Time Lab, set 6494, had 1996. Had 504 pieces, 4 minifigures, retailed for $64 American back in the day, and its used value is $168.
Yep, a very cool set. I'll be honest with you, this is my favorite. The fact that it's your favorite, it don't surprise me because of how cool the set is. If you see the different blue base plates right there, it's because it opens and closes almost like I guess that's kind of like a dollhouse. That would open from the back or whatever. But it hinges open so that way you can have a wide, like left to right footprint, or you can close it up and then it would kind of just be more of a square footprint. But it is cool how it all works together. This is the one set that comes with a figure that none of the other sets come with. It comes with the robot. I don't know if you can zoom in on there, but he's actually a brick built robot. But this is the only set that came with that robot. And all the trans orange pieces. It had a bunch of movement features on this one as well. So, for example, it launches that barrel of parts out. If you look all the way to the left, in the middle here, where the robot is, that with the green window, that's actually supposed to be like some kind of spaceship that launches off. It has flames underneath it that can launch off. It's got quite a few things. The most important thing there is that ray that the professor's in. That's how he sends things back and forth through time. His little time ray there.
Yeah, and since I grew up with the Ice Planet, I appreciate all the references to Ice Planet. You got the Ice Planet helmet.
Yep.
And you got the quarter round. Round dome pieces.
The trans orange.
Yep. The trans neon orange. And also, since I grew up with the Islanders, I appreciate the inclusion of the King Kahuka hat right there.
Yep. It even has the chrome sword, which, in my opinion, I know some people debate it, but in my opinion, that chrome sword is the best sword that Lego ever made, because that's kind of what you would expect from like a knight, to have like just a really like clean, super sharp, shiny sword, you know, just like the movies.
And since I also grew up with Blacktron 2, I like seeing the trans neon green antenna.
Yeah, yeah. So wait, what is this in the top corner? It says Time Cruisers Labo.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that?
I've never seen that.
Because mine doesn't say that. Mine just says Time Cruisers.
Maybe an alternate box design for different countries.
Maybe.
Next one is.
But what's cool about this is the box art's another thing that's cool about that, because that's the front page. So if you go back and look at that right fast, just because box art is like another cool thing, it actually gives nod to all the themes that are involved in it. If you look down at the bottom, you can see pirate ship on an island, and then you see lightning strike, you see the castles, and it's all warping around. And then you've got the city, and then you've got space in the background with the moon and the planet right here. It was pretty cool how they did the box art back then.
Okay, let's get back here. Then the next one is the Time Tunnelator set 6495 from 1997 this time. 81 pieces, one minifigure, retailed for $10 American back in the day, and used value is $19. So I think 1997 was when the Time Twisters came out.
It was the only year that Time Twisters came out. That's why some of those sets are kind of harder to get a hold of than others. And yeah, this one's pretty cool. Once again, the movement with this theme, like that was one of the parts of this theme. You can see the rubber bands that they use in it. On this one especially, you can see it on the front there that goes from the propeller to the wheels. When you roll this one on the ground, not only does the propeller spin with the fire in front of it, but then the wings actually flap also. So that's pretty cool. The minifigures on this are quite interesting. They may remind you of a certain German-speaking wartime figure.
Yeah.
But they it is cool.
Let's get a zoom in.
Yeah, so he's one. One of the other ones is pretty bad off too. So
let me get yeah.
In fact, yeah, the one from the next one too. Wait till you see I think the train even has one that's. I think it's the train and the set that I showed you earlier. They definitely have some resemblance to some not so favorable characters of history.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like how if anyone knows enough about Star Wars, the stormtroopers were George Lucas's interpretation of the Nazis, and the blasters, the lasers that came out of the blasters that the stormtroopers had were resemblance of the tracer bullets that they used in World War II. The Whirling Time Warper set 6496. In 1997, 147 pieces, 2 minifigures, retailed for $22 American back in the day, and used value is $90. And this was the set you were showing off earlier.
Indeed. And you see how it comes with all the different pieces, man. It came with so many. See how it came with the gold trumpets for Western, came with the chrome crystals from Aquazone, came with the chrome gold pieces from Pirates, the money came with all the it came with a lot of good pieces. I really like the set. And then like I said, it came with a lot of one-off pieces. Like for example, that Lego bathtub that doesn't come with that didn't come in many sets. What was that, Paradisa? And then this right here.
Yeah, because it looks like a 4 by 6 by 3
it's more like a
indented brick that was used for both. That actually, I think it was more so used in Scala than Paradisa.
It's even further back than that. So the bathtub goes from where the trumpets start all the way to the back underneath the wings. They just did the canopy over half of it, and then they got flames in the back of the bathtub that are kind of cooking whatever he has in that clear barrel to get everything to run.
Maybe it is 4x8 rather than 4x6.
Let me see. Lego Paradisa.
I think it was. I think that's more so a Scala piece, which Scala sets were sold at the same time as Paradisa.
Okay, I'm just gonna Google Lego bathtub and see if I can find it under something.
And while you're doing that, I'll go on to the Twisted Time train set 6497, 1997, 300 pieces, 4 minifigs, retailed for $38.50 American back in the day, and its used value is $67.
So that bathtub is out of Belleville.
Belleville. Belleville.
Yep. And this is by far, this is the coolest Time Twister set, period, hands down. It's got the castle stairway, that stairway that makes a curve, which is awesome. It's got chrome pieces on it also. It's got all the movement, so when the wheels move, the wings flap up and down on the back car. I don't know why this image only shows us like half of this. I even think I may have the instructions right here. There's more to that image there because there's a ghost that goes up and down as it goes down the train also. And it also is supposed to come with a skeleton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's just it's such a cool build. I think this has the most amount of moving features of any of the Time Cruisers or Time Twister sets because it's a train, and therefore with all of its wheels, there's so many more ways. Well, there's this because it has the most amount of wheels. You can get more play functions when you have more wheels. And the wheels in these sets were essential to the moving functions of these sets.
Yep.
I remember when Briggsar reviewed this set, and I think he talked for 5 minutes just about the play features, not even about the details of the sets, but just 5 minutes talking about the play features. That's how many play features it has. About half the length of his review was just about the play features, which not too many people's reviews even have a quarter of the duration be about the play features.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this theme was also big on the rubber bands and like the little Technic, I don't know, a spacer piece or whatever, that little gray Technic piece that goes on a Technic pin, but they use it as almost like a like a pulley. They use it as a rubber band and a pulley setup. So they'll run the rubber band to the axle that's in the wheels, and then they'll run it to another Technic pin that they run a different direction. And when the axle moves, then the other piece gets spun with the rubber band using tension. So they use that rubber band technique a lot in this whole theme, both Time Twisters and Time Cruisers.
Yeah, because I think we can agree that the Twisted Time Train is the best Time Twister set, and the Magic Mountain Time Lab is the best Time Cruiser set. So
absolutely.
The last one is the Time Tunnellator set 6499, released in 1997, 80 pieces. Oh wait, no, this is just a re.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's another remake of the same one we saw earlier because that's it, man. That's all this theme had.
Yeah, and so there we've covered Dreams and Time Cruisers. What is everyone saying? We have Mikey J. Hey, Mikey J.
What's up, Mikey? Mikey J.
I forgot to edit the description. Let me go edit the description again. Idiot. Okay, let me go. Let me go copy paste the description from the last stream, and let me edit the description of this stream. I always forget to edit the description. Let me edit the description really quickly. Should be an easy copy paste job. There we go, and I can save that there. Anyway, yeah. So what's everyone saying about time cruisers and time twisters? Let's go back up.
Mikey J says it's spring break for him, so he's a busy week this week. I understand that. He's got 2 kids.
Yeah. Dave says, must admit the leader of the bad guys minifigures looks mint.
Yeah, so we should have zoomed in on the other ones, on those other Time Twister sets, so that way you could see the minifigs that were on them, because they got another different faces. The minifig faces are different.
Well, we can circle back to that after.
Can you bring it up again?
After we read some of the comments. Dave says that annual LEGO financial report was mentioned that LEGO is heavily invested in the dreamz theme.
Yeah, I saw that. They said that dreamz actually did better than they thought.
Johnny G says time cruisers are like LEGO Back to the Future on drugs.
Yeah, that's close. That's close.
Good night, Radiator.
I will say it's the only theme that I know of, that I personally know of, but it's the only theme that LEGO has done that had time travel.
It is a great LEGO theme, Johnny. Bring back Chrome, says Clever Pig. The pig also says, I love this theme. It feels like something a kid would genuinely make out of spare Lego pieces.
Yep.
And anything else people are saying? Yeah. Well, my autumn break is going to be next week. Mikey J says, I've seen the new Ghostbusters and Godzilla movies, besides Back to the Future, of course.
I saw the new Ghostbusters movie yesterday, Mikey. How'd you like it?
Yeah. So that's everyone. I think what we're going to do very quickly is, now that we've gone over all those, it's time for Pardon the Interruption. So, for those who don't know how Pardon the Interruption works, Pardon the Interruption is we ask a question. Yeah, we ask a question and we have to give a response in 60 seconds and we have to give a response in 60 seconds or less. We normally ask 3 questions that way, and then we ask 3 other questions where you fill in the blank. So the first question I'll ask about the dreamz versus time cruisers is, which theme is better, dreamz or time cruisers?
You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to go with time cruisers, but that's because I have a nostalgic connection with it. It's from my kids, or like my childhood, all that good stuff. And then the dreamz set, don't get me wrong, dreamz are cool. I definitely like them, but for me, I'm going to be a fan favorite with the time cruisers. I know dreamz has more sets, more figs, stuff like that, but I'm already going to go with the time cruisers.
As I expected. Now, this might be a little bit sacrilegious, but I'm actually going to say that I like dreamz more than time cruisers. And it's a couple reasons. One, I think it incorporates more aspects from different themes available on the market. I think the minifigures are better. I think the colors are better. I think that the designs look a little bit more cleaner. They don't have as much play features. I'll give that to Time Cruisers. But I think on a set-by-set basis, I think they feel a little bit more cozier to me. And there's just something about the dreams. I think also because of the 2-in-1 set, it reminds. There's just something about it which kind of draws me in, even though I would still prefer to collect the Time Cruisers.
Yeah, so I was just gonna add to what you said there. I can't deny the figs. That's one of the reasons I said I get it. I know that the figs with dreams, they do have some cool figs, and then not to mention, you're right. It's kind of like more of a modern theme, so it goes with more of the modern stuff. The Time Cruisers is definitely going to be vintage. Very limited.
Yeah. So the next question is for the Time Cruisers theme in particular, which play feature of any of the Time Cruisers is the best?
Me personally, I'm going to have to say the coolest one. That's a toss-up. I'm going to give the Time Cruisers one is going to go to the lab, the time lab, because you can open it up and you can see everything in there, and it's got the part that shoots the barrels. It's got the detachable like ship that's in the front, kind of sorta, that's made out of like a headquarters. It almost looks like a lookout mountain or a lookout point off the base, and it comes off. So it's pretty cool there. But then when it comes to actual movement, like pieces that move, that one that I showed you earlier, that one's probably the best, because not only does the wings flap, then the propeller spins and the barrel spins, and inside the barrel you have all the pieces rattling around. So that's pretty cool. And then it also has the skull heads that go up and down. So I'm gonna have the one with the movement is gonna be the Time Twisters, and then the one with the best, I guess, open up and play with kind of feature is gonna be the Time Lab.
Well, my answer is very straightforward. It is in the Twisted Time Train, the spot where you have the ghost inside of the funnel. There was a play feature with the front wheels where it turns a pin inside of the funnel. So not only does the ghost spin around, but it also bobs up and down. I just think that movement with the ghost, not only because the ghost also doubles as like smoke coming out of the funnel, which is something only a train fan would notice. Hey, that ghost is supposed to resemble smoke, but it's a ghost. The way that the ghost moves around on two different axes at the same time, I always like it when a LEGO movement feature has two axes of movement, and so I love the fact that it's a fun character like the ghost. It bobs up and down and it spins around at the same time. By far my favourite play feature. Now the last question is specifically for the Dreams theme. Which Dream set has the most creativity in the set?
I'm probably gonna go with that shark ship. I'll be honest with you. That's pretty cool. It's got, not only is it a pirate ship, but it's also a shark, and then it's got the ability to be a boat or be on wheels. I mean, I think that one's probably the most creative one. That, me personally, I think.
and I'm going to be very straightforward again. I 100% agree with you. That is the most creativity in any of the Dream set. And I don't think there was anything else I can say because you summed up my thoughts perfectly. Okay, so now let's move on to the fill in the blank questions. So the first fill in the blank is, it is blank that Time Cruises was only available for 2 years.
Disappointing. I would have liked to see more sets come out of that theme, but I mean, it is what it is. So, but disappointing is what I'm going to say.
My word is going to be transitional because, as I said earlier in the live stream, Time Cruises was kind of out with the old, in with the new, because they were trying to scrap some of the pieces that they had used for majority of their themes throughout the 90s before they made their movement into the juniorification era. They probably needed to clear out some pieces from their inventory in order to justify the creation of new, bigger molds. So I don't think it's a coincidence that the theme was retired in 1998. The next question is for the Dreams. Okay, so this is a kind of a difficult question. Let me compartmentalize what I need to say. The hype around the Dreams sets compared to the Dreams TV series is blank.
In one word. I guess I would say surpasses, because it seems to me that they put a lot more effort in promoting the Dreams theme itself with the bricks and everything than the TV show, because I've barely heard of the TV show at all.
So that's a solid answer. My word, this is a difficult one, because when the Dreams TV show came out, there was a lot of people like, oh my god, this is a really fun TV show, but now, as expected, the hype's kind of died out. And so, this is a really difficult question to answer in one word, but I'm going to probably say it's going to be hyphenated, greater than, because with a lot of the pieces of media that LEGO's made in the past, which are explicitly used to market a LEGO theme, like Ninjago TV show was to market the Ninjago sets. The Bionicle comic books were used to market the Bionicle sets. Stuff like that. The toys ends up being better than the media. And so I think the reason I said greater than rather than expected is because you never know the success of a TV show that LEGO makes, because the Ninjago TV series is highly regarded by fans.
Yeah.
And the Bionicle comic books are highly regarded by fans. So it was unpredictable how the hype for the Dreams TV series would turn out. But as the hype has gone down for the TV show, the hype for the sets has maintained, so that's why I say greater than.
And I'll tell you this right now, is if on the Dreams TV show, they would have decided to put a little more effort into it and make more of the background, the landscaping, like everything around them, out of Lego also, like how the Lego movie did it, then I think people would kind of been more into it. But when you watch it, it honestly just looks like a cartoon more than anything. And, you know, the minifigs don't move in minifig movement. You know, they move like a human would move, who have ball and joints all over them. And it's just, it kind of takes away from the Lego feel of the TV show. I've seen it once because I watched it on YouTube to see what it was about, and I was like, this is kind of dorky.
Yeah, and so the last question I'm going to ask is which year for which theme? That's a different format. The 1997 Time Twisters is blank compared to the 2024 Dream.
Unfortunate. No. I'm just gonna say, man, compared to the two, because it's like comparing apples to oranges. I'm just gonna say classic. It's very classic compared to the 2024. It's something. It's you obviously are never gonna see that in a 2024 set, but the 2024 is gonna have a lot of stuff that they never even had back then. So I'm just gonna say it's classic.
I'm going to use the word bittersweet, because the fact that there were only 3 sets for Time Cruisers, and it was a separate sub theme. Compared to the 2024 Dream sets, there's only a handful that have been released, but we know there is a bunch of sets to come out over the Northern Hemisphere summer. So I wish we could have gotten perhaps 2 more Time Twister sets as a part of the Time Cruisers theme.
Yeah, and definitely
because clearly the Time Twisters, because they were the bad guys, they had more interesting play features, and I think if they had maybe a Time Twisters polybag and maybe a Time Twisters base.
There you go.
To complement the Magic Mountain Time Lab, I think the Time Twisters sub-theme of Time Cruisers would be more memorable. So, with that being said, that was, pardon the interruption.
Yep, I will agree with you tenfold, is that the Time Twisters definitely needed their own base or their own hideout or, something like yeah, you're right on point with that one.
Yeah, and so now we're at the point of the episode where we can just talk about whatever we want to talk about. I'm going to continue building the dreams set. So let's angle this down, and we can still talk about anything left over we want to talk about from either dreams or Time Cruisers. But now I'm going to pay close attention to these instructions. So what's everyone saying in the chat? Dave says, yeah, haven't seen any of the Dreams show. Pig says, all I ask for is freaking sharks with freaking lasers on their heads. Mikey says, but does it have lasers? Sharks with lasers. As Dr. Evil would say, laser beam. Mikey says, show us your Time Cruisers. I see.
With this camera setup over here, it's kind of hard.
And Mikey also says, RC's Time Cruisers display in his city is nice. Has anyone done anything similar with Dreams?
I would like to see a Dreams mock.
Yeah. Mikey J's got to go with Time Cruisers. Clever P's got to go with Dreams. He says, I enjoyed the new Ghostbusters movie, but I'm a long-time fan. What did you think?
Oh, I actually thought it wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good. I was expecting it to be way worse. I didn't think that they would do that good, but they actually did pretty good. It's a good continuation of Afterlife, the one that the most recent one that they did. So speaking of Lego and stuff like that, we get Orlando Brick Co. opens up on Monday here, right around the corner from me.
And so hopefully we'll see some footage of the exhibit there.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go up there Monday morning when they wake up, or when they open up. So but that should be cool. They have supposedly a 4-foot by 15-foot brick table. So I'll probably search through that thing and see what they got. I'll see if they have any cool vintage sets that I would want. They've been posting updates on YouTube and Instagram because I'm subscribed to both of them there, or on both of those. And man, they show some nice sets, some nice vintage sets. And not only that, not only are they vintage, but they're brand new in the box. I can only imagine what they want for some of these sets.
Yeah, I'm scared to look at some of those prices because
exactly.
Because when I went to Brick Convention back in January, I bought some vintage sets, and most notably is set 614 from 1974. And I was tempted to buy some of the other sets that were less than $100, but I was like, yeah, that's probably not going to fit in my suitcase. And then I just saw some of the small classic space sets that were new in box, and they were really tiny sets. They were smaller than the classic space set that I bought that was complete with instructions. And those prices, because they were new in box, just made me want to cry.
Yeah, especially like I saw somebody post a video of at some kind of brick convention, and somebody had a sealed what is that Star Wars Cloud City, the Cloud City one. They had a sealed Cloud City, and they wanted $12,000 for it.
Yeah, because
absolutely insane.
Yeah, because of the Boba Fett in that set.
Mikey J says, lucky you, closest thing to me is bricks and minifigs, but that's like 40 plus miles away. Yeah, man, I don't know what you're doing up there, man. You need to come down to Florida. You're up there in that horrible weather. You come down here to sunshine and blue skies. We're hovering at, like, right now, this whole week's going to be 70 degrees. And then it gets down to 50s in the evenings. And we've got the Lego store from me, which is 20 minutes from me. Then I've got a mom and pop shop that's about an hour away. I've got Orlando Brick Co. that's opening up like literally 5 minutes away. We've got Bricks and Minifigs, but that's a little bit of a ride. But we've got a new one opening up in Mount Dora, so that one's only like 30 minutes away. I mean, there are so many Lego places here. There's a comic book store around the corner from me, and all they sell comic books, Ninja Turtle stuff, Star Wars stuff, anything Marvel, anything DC, and then they got a whole aisle that's nothing but Lego. They sell G.I. Joe. They sell all the He-Man stuff. It's like a massive, it's called Acme Comic Superstore. And the Clever Pig says, yeah, but you're full of gators and senior citizens. Yeah, the senior citizens are from up north. They're called snowbirds. And the gators, man, they just don't go mess with them. That's it. Yeah. As long as I've lived here, I've never known anybody who got attacked by a gator.
Yeah, people who stay away from the alligators are those who don't live near the Everglades.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone knows in the state of Florida that all the politicians and retirees are in the north, and all of the party people are down south.
Mikey J said in hurricanes, yeah, but we don't get blizzards, buddy. Like, I mean, it's you know, everywhere you go, you got something. And then snake stories. So honestly, I landscape for a living, so snakes don't really bother me. There's a old expression, red and yellow kill a fellow. So pretty much you stay away from those. But for the most part, all I see are black racers and coral snakes and stuff like that. And I just grab them and they honestly don't even bother me half the time. Go coil up around your arm or your hand when you grab them, and then you go put them somewhere else and they'll just take off. They really don't bother me.
Yeah, I think every place around the world has its undesirable weather, because in Florida you might get, your house might get, or the outside of your house might get flooded, but at least you'll never get snowed under, because we have a lot of friends in Buffalo that get snowed under at least once every 2 years.
Yeah,
because Thick and Wicks and Moments of the Magic and some of the other people near Buffalo, they have some pretty crazy stories about snow.
And I will say, I don't know if Mikey J was talking about a different kind of snake, because there are a lot of people here that are kind of snakes, and you just gotta, when you find out who they are, you just separate yourself from them. That's one thing you have to worry about here. He said wolves, bears, and mountain lions. Yeah. You see, I don't worry about any of that.
And not too long till it'll be summertime in northern Michigan. Whenever someone says northern Michigan, I always got to quote that from that Kid Rock song.
I will say we have black bears, but honestly, the only place that they're ever a problem are these neighborhoods that are backed up to like the bear sanctuaries and stuff like that, and they come in there and they're trying to get into their trash, and that's the only time I've ever really heard any kind of real problem.
Yeah, because even because when it's a slow news day in my city, sometimes we get reports of American animals wreaking havoc in the neighborhood.
Yeah, like the one story I recall. Go ahead.
It's just because those animals are trying to find food.
Mm-hmm. I will say the one story that I heard that was kind of crazy is that a guy had his trash out there, and then a bear was like trying to get into his trash, and I guess he was trying to stop the bear from getting into his trash, and he got mauled. But I thought to myself, who tries to stop a bear from getting in the trash? What a moron.
Yeah. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? So we're slowly getting this set put together.
And then Clever Pig says, I'll take those Canadian winters. No way, man. I lived up in Indiana one year, and we had a blizzard, and it got down to like -11. And I was like, this is insane, man. And it was like 4 or 5 feet of snow. You couldn't go nowhere. Everything was under a state of emergency. I had to shovel for hours just to let my dogs outside. I was like, man, a hurricane beats this any day of the week, man. Any day of the week. I'll take the hurricane.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine living in a place where I would have to shovel snow out of the driveway just to get to work.
Just to get to work, just to get out of your house.
Yeah, well, I've never come across any snakes in the neighborhood, but you get some snakes on the beach, and you get snakes. You get snakes out of the city, and the only times you get snakes in the city is when they travel from the nature or the hills on the outskirts of the city, and they look for food in the city, because every city you go to, they're going to have parks. And where do snakes like to find food? In parks, because that's where the bugs are. So like people get this misconception about dangerous animals being where people are. The only time you'll see dangerous animals where people are is when the animals are trying to look for food.
Also, have you? Are they around you? I've seen them out there in Australia, but they're a spider called like the golden crown spider or something like that. It's like this massive spider.
We have some pretty massive spiders, but the biggest spider I've ever I don't think I've ever come across a spider in the city that's been bigger than a golf ball.
Let me see.
When I've gone on vacation out of the city, I've seen spiders bigger than a golf ball, but not in the city.
No, hold on. Let me see something. I'm gonna try and find this. Hold on.
And I think if you grow up with the cold weather, you're used to dealing with the cold weather. If you grow up with hot weather, you're used to dealing with the hot weather. So, for example, whenever Macrobricks tells me that the weather is below freezing in Calgary, and whenever I tell him that the temperature is above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 37.8 degrees Celsius, he always tugs his shirt for me, and I always tug my shirt for him. Because I couldn't imagine living in weather that cold, and he couldn't imagine living in weather that hot.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with them. I'm trying to find that spider that I was talking about, but I'm finding all sorts of stuff here. I looked one up I saw it on a video, and then I looked it up the other day, and it was called a golden something. But they got spiders out there that are like over a foot when their legs are spread out, like so, when their legs are like they're over they're massive.
Yeah, I could imagine imagine those types of spiders out in the outback.
Yeah, that's where I think they're from.
And Hoarder says, I live in Maryland. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute.
Yeah, that's how Florida is. The other day I went outside and it was pouring rain, and I'm talking about downpouring just over my house, because it was sunny skies, blue skies, white clouds, and I was taking a video of it, and I showed my friends because it was just a beautiful sky everywhere else, and then you just looked at my house and it was just pouring rain over my house. That's it.
Yeah, the weather hasn't been that bad lately where I'm at, because March weather is normally, for me, March weather is normally just a less intense version of summer. We don't get the real autumn weather until April.
That's crazy that your seasons are so much different than ours.
Not just because of the opposite hemispheres, but also the closer you are to the equator, the longer summer lasts. The further you are from the equator, the longer winter lasts. Yep. So when people talk about the groundhog actually doesn't just operate on random number generators. There is a little bit of math involved with Groundhog Day.
Huh.
But it also depends on whether your country is going through El Nino or La Nina, to see if you'll get 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring.
Have they been talking to you about the solar eclipse that's coming up in Australia?
There was a solar eclipse. There was a solar eclipse in January in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So I'm guessing that same eclipse is going to travel around the world, and I'm guessing some of the Pacific Island countries have already had a solar eclipse. So Australia should be next, and then eventually with the tilt of the Earth, it might travel into North. It might get somewhere into North America, but I doubt it, because with the trajectory, it looks like it might only get as far as Central America.
No, they have it coming across America. They tell you what states they're going to be right underneath it, and which ones are going to be able to see it the best. I'm not in it. It's coming across the middle of the country, pretty much through Texas, and then kind of up through it moves its way northeast a little bit, because then it ends up over Tennessee, and it ends up in Illinois, and up and over like towards Michigan and everything else like that, then up into Canada. But they're giving warnings out, talking about internet may go down and all this other stuff over here.
Yeah, because the last weather reports I read said that it was going to go over the Gulf of Mexico, but I guess they recalculated the trajectory to where it'll come over the deep south.
So Clever Pig just clarified a little bit for us, is that it's coming straight through Michigan, and then he said it's coming over him also, and he's gonna have a good view of it. Oh, it's directly through NA. What is NA?
Not about NA. Maybe that's northern Alabama or northern Arkansas.
I think that's something up there in the old Canada, eh?
Or maybe Nova Scotia, or
North America. North America. I get it.
Yeah, I was thinking a state or.
I was too. But yeah, it is coming straight up the middle of North America.
So they must have recalculated that instead of going over the Gulf of Mexico at the south and the southwest, it'll come through the deep south and up to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, and what my concern is with everything is that they've got all these warnings out on the news talking about, it's gonna disrupt all of our stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, we've been going through solar eclipses and lunar eclipses for so long. Like, what's going on now that this is gonna affect everything? That's weird, man. Real weird.
Because they've only had satellite-based internet for less than 30 years. So
yeah, but
before digital systems, or before systems were digital, meaning they used the satellite, a lot of systems were analog, which means they ran on cables.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our last solar eclipse, like it is that we're about to get on the 8th, was 7 years ago. So technology may have jumped that much, but I feel like we still had a lot of technology 7 years ago.
And the reason why some of the signals goes down is because the satellites that are orbiting Earth are powered by solar. So when those satellites don't get the sun rays for that 60 seconds or however long, then they don't get the power to operate the satellites, which control the digital signals about 180,000 miles away.
Yeah, I could see something like that. Especially if they're solar powered.
Yeah, because because I think the distance between the Earth and the Moon is 180,000 miles. But often the satellites in orbit, unless they travel at the speed of the orbit, unless they are a stationary satellite, to where a stationary satellite, Yeah, a stationary satellite is where the speed of a satellite's orbit is at a constant pace with the rotation of the Earth. But
yeah, that's exactly how they get them to stay above you in certain spots.
yeah, but other satellites always move in the sky because they don't need to be as fast because they're not targeting a specific position, and the internet satellites are a part of that. So sometimes that's why you get an internet outage for X number of seconds, and that has a knock-on effect because it takes more than a few seconds to get the internet back up in any given network.
Yeah.
Same with mobile phone signals. That's all dependent on radio waves, and the radio waves bounce between the radio wave towers and satellite signals. And same thing with GPS.
Not too long ago, we had AT&T had an outage for like I would say about 12, 13 hours.
Yeah, I think it was both AT&T and Verizon.
No, because I had Verizon and my parents have AT&T and they had no service, but I did.
Yeah, and it would have been because whichever satellites that AT&T used would have been affected by the satellites not getting the power that they needed, or there being a small malfunction in the satellites. Or it would have been a problem with the technology down on Earth that received the signals from the satellites.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of process of elimination that the tech support people have to go through to diagnose the problem.
Yeah, they can figure it all out.
I'm not.
So how's that set coming along?
I'm halfway through bag 4, so
nice.
I'm probably going to have to finish some of the set on my own time. I can't see.
It's hard to stream and build because when you build, you kind of focus and concentrate on building.
Oh, that's because they're underneath here. There we go.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
Yeah, because you're trying to have a conversation at the same time. Okay. Yeah, so. And the only reason I got to thinking about this because Wizard recently reviewed the Earth and Moon orbit set around the Sun, that Space Technic set, and I know a lot of people have been criticizing that set because of the ugly technical.
Yeah, it is a cool set. I'm not gonna lie,
but it's not for me.
I think it's cool because I've always thought space was cool.
Space, the final frontier. Get bag 4 done today.
So I'll be honest, I've been thinking about I found out after this last go round that the Lego show lets you show for free. You just have to give them like a heads up, and you have to ask for a space. But if you have a build or anything like that, all you got to do is show up. They give you all the table space you want for free. So I think next year I may start building something, or I may even use my AquaZone mock. I may build the backside of that and other things. But I may show off a build at that show next year.
Nice, and then you can film a video about it at the convention.
Yeah. Yeah, and so in this year they had quite a few of the Lego Masters there, and they had some other people. I'll be honest with you, I went last year and I wasn't too impressed, but they had some okay builds. But it's nothing like what you got going on with Chicago. Like nothing even comes. I mean, honestly, I've never been to any Lego show other than the Orlando one. But when I see the footage from Chicago, and then I see what other people post at their shows on Instagram, I don't think anything comes close to that.
Yeah, and because New Hiroshima is a traveling exhibit.
Yeah, that's actually coming here in June. In June, that's coming here. June 8th and 9th. That'll be here in Orlando. I'm 100% without a doubt going to that.
That's the week before Brick Road Chicago.
Yeah, and I'm going to that, and then not only that is the week after my birthday. So my birthday is the previous weekend, and then next weekend will be that. So I'll probably just go do that for my birthday.
And Hoarder says, check this out. I ordered some parts on Bricklink and my order got messed up, and an epaulettes piece in black got deleted somehow. Well, the guy messaged me about the other parts that he couldn't find, and it ended up giving me the expensive part for the same price. Wow.
Nice, very nice.
Nice. That's what Bricklink sellers do to keep their customers happy.
Yeah, because repeat business is probably the most important business on there.
Because if you have good service, if you have good service, good parts, good prices, and good shipping, you'll get repeat customers.
Yep. I'll be honest, I know it's not my store. Oh, that's another thing. You know Grumpy J, right?
Yeah.
Grumpy J, come to find out, actually lives not too far from me, and he walked into Orlando Brick Co. before they opened up and said, "Hey, you guys hiring? I want a job." And they said, "You seem like a cool person, so you're hired." So now Grumpy J works up there at Orlando Brick Co.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
He must have been in between jobs.
Yeah, I'm not sure his whole story, but they actually told me in the chat, whenever he was in the chat, I watched their live stream, and they did a live build the other day, and Grumpy J was in the chat, and then they said something about, I'll see you at work, and then I said, "Oh, you work there, Grumpy J?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he said, I went in the other day, and I said I wanted a job.
Not sure. I need to go back in the instructions and look at this. That doesn't look stable enough. Oh yeah, it's not, because I've got to put in these slopes back here. To get this roof line.
So what was the what's that?
Now we've got to build the chimney.
What was the red wizard from, I think it's Fantasy Era Castle, the same wizard that's in Clutch Powers?
I don't think he got a name. He was just referred to as Evil Wizard.
Yeah, I need to get him.
A lot of characters from the action themes in the late 2000s appeared in Clutch Powers.
I actually bought that movie.
Yeah,
I didn't know about it, and I heard about it on RR Slugger's page.
Yeah, it was a direct-to-video movie.
Yeah. or in my case, Blu-ray.
Because back in those days that they didn't have the budget to produce cinematic movies, and then they finally got Warner Brothers to partner with them to fund a movie, and therefore the Lego Movie was born. Because the Lego Movie wouldn't have happened if the Lego Group didn't get backing from Warner Brothers.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The same Warner Brothers that ruined the DC cinematic universe.
I will say that the Clutch Powers seems to be very much more so aimed towards children, where Lego Movie seems to have a lot of more adult, like just humor and keep adults entertained as well as kids.
Yeah, and I think the Lego Movie had more adult references because it was a cinematic movie, and it needed to appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. It needed to appeal to everybody.
And it did appeal to everybody, to the point where it got AFOLs to come out of their dark age.
Oh, for sure.
Because they no longer felt afraid to go buy a set and pretend to say, oh yeah, this is for my child. No, Lego is cool because this movie said so.
I'll be honest with you, Lego Movie came out when, in 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get back into it till 2021, so it wasn't the Lego Movie, it was COVID that got me, but I was actually pretty stoked when I got my first Lego set because it was hot rods and stuff, and they accidentally sold it to me for $50 when it was supposed to be $80.
I've now built the bakery and the potion cellar, so I think I'll build the blacksmith on my own time. I've still got to finish bag 14 and 15 of the Viking village too. That's sad.
You know, I really wish they would bring back more of the trans green and orange that glows in the blue light.
Everyone does. You weren't there earlier, but they announced the box design for the case of Series 26 CMFs that are the space figs.
Oh yeah, I saw those. One is like a one is a why am I drawing a blank? A Blacktron fig, right?
A Blacktron, Mtron, and Ice Planet are the only ones I care about.
Yep. Hey, do you know who Citizen Brick is?
Yes.
They came out with a new Blacktron minifig. It's a Blacktron zombie fig. It's pretty cool. They also came out with a mini doll today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't collect the custom minifigs, so Citizen Brick has never interested me all that much.
They got a minifigure out there that I really want, but I just can't break off the money for it. But it's called the Visible Man. And what it is you can see all of the organs and everything on the inside. So he's like completely clear, but you can see his organs and his bones and whatnot. And but man, it goes anywhere from like $150 to $250.
Yeah. Yeah, and some of the Citizen Brick things now sell for over 1,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because of their exclusivity. Because the way Citizen Brick sell their custom things is like how the shoe companies sell their shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, it kills me, man. I really want that fig, but I don't know. I can't break that off for a piece of plastic minifig.
And people are willing to pay to front all of that money for Citizen Brick, and people are willing to front all of that money for the exclusive limited release Nike shoes because they know it's 100% guaranteed to go up in value. The same reason why people invest in Lego is because 99% of all sets go up in value. Like, remember when we were talking about the time cruisers earlier, and I gave the used prices compared to the new for 1996 prices?
Yeah.
A lot of times, the used price in 2024 is more than 150% of the new price back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that, especially on some of those sets, just like I was talking about that Cloud City set. It's crazy what they go for.
Yeah, and like, if I move the city camera, looking at the Daily Bugle, imagine how much that set's going to sell for when it's 2 years after retirement. That'll easily, by 2030, I can absolutely see the Daily Bugle getting to $1,000.
You know, since you say that,
Just like how the cafe,
I may go buy one just for that reason.
Yeah, just like how the cafe corner modular is over $1,000 new in sealed box.
Yeah, and what is it, 400 right now? The Bugle, $399.
Yeah, I think it's a $350 set because it's about 500 in Australia, and a lot of the $350 sets in the US are normally about 500 Australian.
It was $350 until they did the price increase on licensed set, and it went up to $399.
Okay, yeah, so that means that the $400 sets are normally about 600 Australian.
Yeah, because I remember I got mine before the increase, and then I got a second one with no minifigures for like $180.
Yeah, and I've been going around figuring out where I want to move, or where I want to place the Lego Ninjago City Gardens into the city, and I think I'm going to move buildings out of the way in this month's mid-month update, or the April mid-month update, to prepare a landing spot for that set, because I'm playing around with different configurations, deciding what I want to do, because there will be some changes in the road base plates. But as well as the Ninjago City Gardens, I also want to get some more vehicles onto the road if I can.
That's one of my problems. I have too many vehicles.
Yeah, because I decided to have all of my vehicles in a big traffic jam, waiting to refuel their cars, and as I've created more scenes with the vehicles, eventually they are all refueled up and go about their business. Because I'm looking over my city right now, and like there's there's Steven Spielberg as a mailman by one of the Steven Spielberg as a mailman outside a mail van, which is outside of the post office. And there are other businesses in the Lego City that have vehicles corresponding. Like there's a couple dump trucks I should probably get out. And so
so I have a couple of those 4+ dump trucks, but I got them out a long time ago. They just took up too much space.
Yeah. And I'm thinking maybe I should create a police chase type thing.
Yeah, I put one in my city. I think it's definitely a cool scene to have in your city. It adds a lot of life. like something's going on, an action scene.
Yeah, because if anyone remembers the December city update, you'll know that there weren't a lot of vehicles out on the road, and then I gradually included some more vehicles, but I didn't put out any more, gradually got out more vehicles for the January update, but for the past 2 updates, I haven't put out more vehicles onto the road, but I've expanded the city to have more road base plates, so I could probably get out some more vehicles to fill in the roads, because some of it looks like some parts of the city, like particularly the Paradisa suburb, as presently constructed before I convert it into kind of a Beverly Hills type suburb, kind of looks like a ghost town. At the left side of the city kind of looks like a ghost town. So
I will say that's kind of
more vehicles.
I will say that's clever, because that's kind of what I think of when I think of Paradisa, is like, you know, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, like in the mansion, poolside by the tennis court, kind of set up, go out and ride the horses, and it, you know, yeah, it definitely seems like Beverly Hills.
Yeah, and the reason why we didn't play the Paradisa thing today is because we didn't see Zixu today. But anyway, speaking of the speaking of people who were in the chat, let's go and thank everybody who came out today. So scroll up to the top. We had Pandemonious Panda, RC, Mr. Blue, Border 66, Trebs, Clever Pig, Johnny G, Clicking Cliff, Macro Bricks, Lego Team B, Dave Wicks 76, Lego Head Productions AZ, who made a cameo,
and then
Gladiator Wicks Productions.
And he just left. Was he upset? Hope he wasn't upset. Hope
He
he's
went
all
to
right.
bed. He went to bed. Had some spammers. Wick Hive.
I like how the spammers just gave up.
Yeah, that's what happens when we don't pay attention to the spammers.
I swear, he was getting real weird, bro. Can you just can you block those people?
Yes. Mikey J Productions. And that was everyone. So thanks for watching this stream. Yeah, I think this one was definitely up RC's alley because he has all of the Time Cruiser sets. So
I know it's hard to see, but I'm currently working on it right now. This is the Time Cruiser's cave that it shares with Fort El Dorado over here, but I am currently working on it.
yeah, so in April's live streams, we will be building the Lego Ninjago City Gardens every live stream except for my birthday stream. On my birthday, we will be building the Lego Monkey Kid Megapolis. We'll defer the Indiana Jones sets until May before I go to Brick World Chicago.
Can't wait to see what that. Can't wait to see what that looks like.
Because it's probably best if I work on the mosaic in my own time. On next week's stream, I'm a little bit undecided. I'm thinking maybe look at ID book 7777 from 1918, because I referenced that when we looked at ID book 6000. I said that the next ID book we'd look at was quadruple 7, and I'm thinking that's what we'll do. But if there's something else that happens, then might choose to talk about that instead. Because like if there's any big releases that come out for April 1, we might talk about that instead. But
Okay.
if nothing else comes out, we'll probably talk about Idea Book Quadruple 7, which focuses more on the 12-volt trains. I wish they had done something similar like that for the 9-volt trains.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was, well, because 9-volt trains didn't have as many of the play features as the 12-volt trains, I think that's why they didn't do that. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll do. I'll go get the link for Brickhive's stream so people can go raid Hive afterwards. I'm gonna go get some lunch.
Later, Dave!
And then I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the day either chilling out or doing homework. So thank you everyone who came along today. It is gladly appreciated. Glad we got to a peak of double digits. Yeah, so so if I sound a little bit lackluster today, it's because I had a really rough week. I'm really busy. I have a lot of things on my mind, and my sleep schedule has been all over the place as a result.
I think you killed it, man. I think you did good. I had no idea.
Yeah, well, internally I feel tired, but externally I still try to provide an entertaining product. So thank you for watching this live stream. We'll see you on the next live stream, episode 37 of Real Whole Egg, which as always is at 9 p.m. Eastern on a Friday night in North America, which right now is 12 p.m. Australian Eastern on a Saturday, but when Australia comes out of daylight saving, it'll start at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern. For details of everyone on the stream, you can find their links in the description. I'll see you on the next short, and I'll see you in the next video. So everyone can go right over to Brickhive.
Later, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out to the end, Dave.
Let's get the link up. And then we'll go... Let's get the link up for Hive's stream. And then we'll roll the credits, because I'm really tired and I need to do other stuff with my day. See you next week, guys.
Later, guys.
Let's roll the credits.
Thank you for supporting Mayo Hosko Media. Your viewership is very important to us. Tell YouTube you like us by smashing the like button. Let your thoughts be known in the comments down below. Never miss out on any more LEGO content from us by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Stay tuned for live streams every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern in North America, and monthly city updates on the last Wednesday or Thursday of every month. If you like Minecraft and gaming streams, follow us on Twitch, Mayo_Hosko, no capital letters. Twitch streams every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern in North America. To be in the know, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at real_mayohosko. Have fun with us on our Discord server. Friend us on Facebook and join the fan club group. For business inquiries, email us at mayohosko@gmail.com. For historical inquiries, check out our website. For special community perks, including behind the scenes, voting rights, and early access videos, become an investor today by pledging to us on Patreon. Links in the description. Watch this video recommended to you, or check out this playlist if you missed any previous videos of the same genre. This has been Mayo Hosko, and I am a fan of old LEGO. #AFOOL.